Hey everybody, welcome to yoga class. I'm looking forward to teaching you some backbends today, and we'll get started. For props today, you'll need your strap, a blanket, and any blocks that help you to adjust your posture and get more into the asana. So with that, I'd like to start in our child's pose. Knees wide, forehead to the mat, hips to heels, and take a really nice long forward fold here. And begin to lengthen your breath along the sides of the ribs, into the hips. And exhale as you sink a little deeper. Lengthening, inhale. And then exhale. Placing your tongue on the upper palate on the front teeth. Softening the face. Let's take one more long inhale. And exhale. And looking up at your hands, raise the elbows if they aren't raised already, and walk your hands over to the right for a elongated stretch, side stretch in child's pose to the right side. Drop the head. Make the left side a little bit heavier. Bring the left hand on top of the right hand. And breathe, inhaling, lengthening. And exhale. And inhaling. Take another exhale. And walk your hands over to the left until you can drape your upper body over the left leg, right hip down, right hand over left wrist, drop the head. Child's pose on the left side. Nice long breaths here. Reaching from the crown, widening the back of the heart. And exhale, release. Coming back to center. Inhale, come up to tabletop position. Lift the hips, roll the shoulders back, reach the heart forward. And exhale, pull the abdomen in, tuck the chin, round the shoulders. Inhaling, elbows back, sits bones up. Exhaling, press the shins into the mat, look at the belly button. Another on your own pace, really taking the full breath in to the fullest extent of the asana's form, and then when you feel that natural exhaling, pull it all the way in. Good. And inhale, let's lift this left arm to the ceiling, and exhale, sweep it under the right shoulder, drop the top of the shoulder, and rotate the chest up to the ceiling. Using that right hand as leverage, or if you prefer to take the bind around the waist, you can. Then get a little heavier in the shoulder and ear. And lengthen the left hip back away from the right shoulder. And inhale, press back up. Open up the left arm again. And exhale, tabletop. Do this on the left side. Lift the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Drop the top of the shoulder temple to the mat. And then I'm going to use this left hand to press the left shoulder open, right hip back. Still keeping that heaviness in the top of the shoulder. It's a nice neck stretch. Take another breath here. Good. And inhaling, pressing to our tabletop. Place the hands towards the front of the mat. Hold the abdomen in. Rock forward, lifting the heels to the glutes. And then press the chest down in between the mat, keeping the elbows in. Coming up to cobra with bent knees, elbows back. And exhale, pressing up, rolling over the knees into child's pose. So variation here on knees, chest, chin. Let's try that again. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, rock forward. Low push-up. Pull everything in, cobra. Exhale, back to child's. Keeping the heels up the whole time. One more time like this. Inhale, rock forward. Lift the heels. Drop the chest, the thumbs. Inhale, back bend here, elbows back. And exhale, child's pose. Active arms here. Externally rotate the hands, lift the center of the palms, roll the outer shoulders, triceps down. Inhale, tuck the feet under, press into the balls of the feet, raise the hips, downward facing dog. Take a shortened stance here on your down dog, pulling the feet in till the heels touch the mat. And then again, widen the shoulder blades away, drop the head and neck. Reach the sits bones back. Front of the body is moving up and back. Then feel this wrapping around the shoulder girdle. So puff out the back body, the back waist. And then inhale, let's come to plank. Walk the feet back, drop to the elbows. Hold in our plank here for 10 seconds. Hold the abdomen up, heels away, shoulder heads back for 9, 8, 7, fire up the legs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring that right forearm to the left elbow. Roll to the right side of the body on the right edge of the foot. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, drop the hips, reach the arm away. Inhale, raise the hips, reach the arm towards the feet. Exhale, drop the hips, reach the arms away. Inhale, reach the arms towards the feet. And then back up to the ceiling, Vashisthasana with a bent arm. Exhale, back to center. Pull everything back, heels away, lift the abdomen, reach the chest. Exhale, left forearm comes to the right elbow. Open up the right arm. Exhale, drop the hips, reach the arm. Inhale, some dynamic movement here. Exhale, wave the arm front, dropping the hips. Inhale, reach the arm away. And then look up at that arm, if it feels good to the neck. And exhale, back to center. Pull the feet in, let's come into dolphin pose. Elbows down, namaste, hands. And just walk the feet in, pressing the shoulders towards the quads. Leaving the head and neck to be free. the feet out. Drop the knees. Hands to the top of the mat. Knees, chest, chin. Rolling onto the knees. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, child's pose. And then coming back into our down dog. Next, big deep breath here. Wide shoulders. Waist away. Internal rotation of the legs. Inhale, lift the left leg. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Look forward. Exhale the right to meet it. Inhale halfway. Exhale forward fold. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach, tuck the tail, lift, and exhale down. So we'll come into a warm-up series here. Taking your sun salutation, any variation if you want to do knees, chest, chin, or take a child's pose in between. Be my guest. Thumbs to heart center, close the eyes, listen to the heart. Make your intention for today. Yoga is part of a life practice, a wellness practice. And we want to pay attention to our body and give it the most room we can possible with the breath, with compassion and love in our heart. So open the heart here with that intention and any other prayer you want to bring to this practice. Notice the breath. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, slowly come down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place the hands, left foot back, look up. Exhale, plank pose. Take your Vinyasa and come into Chaturanga if you feel ready. Looking forward, rolling hips to thumbs, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Of course, the first variation, if that felt good, you can always do that one. Inhale, lift the right leg back. Sweep it forward to the right wrist, left heel down, warrior one. Make a clasp with the hands and point the thumb and pointer finger. Roll the right hip back as the left hip comes forward. Tuck the chin and reach those fingers. Exhale, come to a forward 45-degree angle here, getting weighty in the left heel. And then bring the hands to a clasp behind the sacrum. Pull the chest forward through the arms. And then inhale, let's open it up to warrior two. Make sure that front heel intersects the back arch. Nice long internal rotation of the legs. Inhale, bring the left hand behind the back, right bicep by the ear, reach back, surrendered warrior. And exhale, let's take that clasp at the sacrum again and come over to our side angle with a variation in the arms here. So pull the abdomen in, low ribs in, engage the core, left hip, tailbone is down, and come over that right quadricep. Good. Inhale, open the arms where they are, and straighten that right leg. Just coming into triangle here. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Engage and lift up the kneecaps. And then exhale, let's take a Vinyasa here. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. feet. Lengthen the breath here. Roll the biceps towards the ceiling while keeping the neck and head soft. Inhale, lift the left leg back. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Warrior one on the left side. Clasping the hands, pointing the thumb and forefinger. Pull in towards the back body, puffing out the kidney area. This has a cooling effect on the body. Reach that right hip forward as the left comes back. And can we get a little longer in the arms? Wrapping the sides of the shoulder blades forward. Good. Inhale, reach the arms behind the back. Lift the chest through the arms. Come to a 45-degree angle here. Pull the left hip in towards the right heel. And then inhale, pinwheel the arms open into warrior two. Inhale, reach the right hand behind the waist, left bicep by the ear. Exhaling, let's reach that left leg long from our surrendered warrior. Okay, reset guys. Let's come into warrior two here. Bring the hands behind the back and then come to side angle with the bind behind the sacrum. And why do we do this? Because we want to start to train the chest and the core to reach before the arms do, so we can start to use our spinal muscles to twist and lengthen. So in this side angle, take another breath here, reach the crown. Exhale, lengthen the left leg. Squeeze the quads up, lift the kneecaps. And then let's open the arms here into an extended triangle pose. Rotate the chest, look up at the thumb. Follow the breath as you expand. And exhale, frame that left foot, take a plank, and your Vinyasa today. Back and down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squeeze knees, quads together. Come up with a flat back, arms wide. Exhale down. Good. Let's take our strap here. Or you can use a towel or some long piece of cloth, a blanket. I'm going to do some arm openers. So take the strap first shoulder width in front of your face, holding with palms face down, and then widen that about a foot on each side. And then let's use this to open the shoulders. So reach the strap up and over the head and behind you, and then all the way down again. And then reverse directions. Coming up and over the head again, and down to the hips. So there is that sticky area as you come around. So in that space, you want to breathe into the sternum, which is that breastplate bone. Inhale, let's come up in the direction, over the head. Exhale down. So notice as I stand to the side, I'm tucking my tailbone in, I'm lifting my chest, inhaling, keeping everything straight and really working this. And exhale back. Let's take another one, but lingering at the sticky space. inhale, open, and just kind of roll back and forth that shoulder area, and then press the thumb and forefinger away. So this should open up the tops of the forearm, and then coming back down. Good. Let's take the strap in the left hand and bend the elbow by the ear, and then bring the right hand behind the waist and pull the strap down. So this is going to create, if you have the bind, if this is familiar to you and you want to take fingertips, go ahead. Once you have the strap or your fingertips, roll that left shoulder girdle forward as you pull down on the strap. Again, paying attention to the breath, keeping the tail tucked. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, fold at the knee, place the ankle on top of the left knee, and bend back into modified chair here. So from the side, I'm keeping my low ribs in, I'm looking forward, wide back of the heart, right knee pressing down. And inhaling, coming back, switching sides. Take the strap or the towel in your right hand. Bend the elbow up by the ear. Left hand comes behind the waist and grabs the strap. Once you have that grab, roll the right shoulder forward so the elbow is rolling up, and imagine the inner elbow is rolling up towards the ceiling. Tucking the tail, lifting the chest. And then when you feel steady there, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend both knees, place the left ankle on top of the knee. Coming into modified chair here. So in this balanced posture, we're pulling in on our core more, and we're using our hips and our shoulder girdle for balance. Sit a little deeper, lift the chest, hips back, and exhale, release. Place the strap on the side for now. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the hands behind the head and drop the shoulders up and over the head. Inner thighs back. Tuck the chin. Lift the sits bones. And inhale, unleash the arms as you take a big step back with your right foot into lunar lunge. You can drop the back knee if you like, or keep it raised. And then reach the chest up towards the sky, keeping the back body nice and long, bringing the breath there, behind the heart and kidneys. And then press that right heel back. Exhale, frame the left foot, Vinyasa here. Moving back into down dog. Inhale the left leg back. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. Take another inhale, press it. Exhale, both feet forward. Clasp the hands, drop the head, roll the shoulders up and over. Inhale, coming into chair pose here. Sit back into your heels, lift the chest, and then rise to standing. Exhale it down. Inhale, sweep into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the arms up and over the head. Take the clasp the weird way. Tucking the chin. Inhale, big step back with the left leg. Sweep the arms forward, crescent on the left. Come into a back bend here as you bend the front leg and reach the left heel. Exhale, Vinyasa. Now we're facing dog. Inhale the right leg back. Sweep it forward to the right wrist. Crescent again. Really getting into that left hip. Freeing up the upper body. Exhale. Take a clasp. Tuck the chin. Roll over at the top of your mat. Knees and ankles together, squeeze thighs, bend knees, chair pose. And exhale, coming up with inhale at the top of your mat. So getting some sweat worked up, getting loose in the joints so we can make more moves. We're going to come into some twists now. So inhale, let's come into our chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your left elbow over to the right and pin it outside of the right knee. Hands are to heart center. Lifting the chest away, hips back. And then sit back into your chair a little bit more. Have a block handy if you need it. Take a big step back with the left leg. Twisted side angle here. If you like, you can place your right thumb at your hip crease and squeeze the left waist towards the right inner thigh more until you can reach the top of your armpit on the left side around the knee. At this point, you can open up the arms. And squeeze the inner thighs, back, heel back. Look up at the arm, if that feels good. And exhale, come into high crescent. And then inhale, tap your high crescent, exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take a vinyasa here. Strong legs, strong core. Back into down dog. Lift the right leg, sweep it forward to the right wrist, look forward, left leg to meet it, inhale halfway, exhale forward fold. Inhale chair here, hand coming straight all the way up, tuck the tail, lift the side ribs and chest. Exhale down, strong legs here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, squeeze over to the left, hook that elbow around the left knee. Thumbs touch the heart center at the sternum. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, get heavy in the left leg as the right foot comes big step back. And then from here, the left thumb can hook onto the left groin crease, hip crease, and then pull the right waist towards the left inner thigh as you sidle that right outer armpit around the knee. So this will get you more prepared so you can open the arms, place the right arm on a block or outside the foot, and then keep the breath steady, reaching into the back heel. Relax the head, relax the heart with the breath. And inhale, come up to high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhaling, take a vinyasa here. Find your down dog. Take another long, slow breath. Inhale, lift the right leg. Sweep it forward to 3/4 up your mat. The left heel comes up behind it. Hands on the hips. Let's come up to pyramid pose prep. We're going to take the hands on the hips, and as we squeeze the quads up, lifting the kneecaps, let's take reverse elbows behind the back or reverse namaste. Engaging those quads is going to keep the hamstrings safe. And then tip forward, inner thighs roll back, sits bones back, lengthen from the chest here. From about 45 degrees, or maybe once you feel that resistance in the right calf or right quad, pause here, lift and gather from the feet, and exhale, forward fold a little bit deeper, and then let's take the right hand on top of the sacrum. Left hand can come on a block inside of the foot, or for more traditional, we can come to the outside of the right foot. And then let's twist our triangle here. Revolving the chest, keeping the hips square. Again, just like in our side angle, we're going to revolve the left waist towards the right inner thigh. Just be comfortable, patient, and breathe here. Maybe you lift that right arm. Maybe you look at that right arm. But again, no, not losing that tension in the right quad, lifting the quads, just really keeping grounded through the feet. And then place the right hand back on the hip, bend the right knee, come into twisted half moon here. Left leg lifts, left fingertips come outside of the big toe. See if you can lift the abdomen up and then get longer through the toes, opening up the right arm, expanding. And exhale, frame the right foot, lift the left leg standing split, and reach the left leg all the way back. Come into your plank pose and take a vinyasa here. Strong legs, side ribs, chest forward, leaning back in our down dog. Inner thighs back, wide heart in the back body. Inhale, lift the left leg. Scoop it forward to 3/4 up the mat. Right heel down. Hands on the hips coming up. And just making sure, I say this, sometimes I forget to remind you about making sure the feet are not over-crossed so that the heel is not behind or past the left heel, that they're each in their own lane, parallel. So right heel is back 45 degrees. Take your opposite elbows the opposite way, the way that feels weird. Or reverse namaste. Walking the pinkies, flipping the palms. And then squeeze the thighs up with the kneecaps. Inner thighs back, right hip forward, hinge forward at the hips. Pausing where you feel a stopping point. And then lifting the chest longer as you squeeze through, up and back the feet. So imagine your feet are suctioning up the inseams of the body, stabilizing, and then take it a few inches deeper. Breathe here, pulling the energy into the back body as you lengthen. And then the left hand can come to the hip on top of the sacrum. Right hand comes down inside the foot or outside. Fingertips are okay, or if you have a block, even better. And then left hip comes back, right inner groin cinches to the left inseam as you bring the right waist towards the left thigh. Open up those arms if that feels comfortable. Again, comfortable breathing, patience, kindness. Can you lengthen the breath here? Maybe gently revolve the chest more or look up at the hands. And we'll take this into a balanced posture. Left hand on top of the sacrum again, or the hip. And then just hop the right leg up, bringing the right hand 45 degrees to the right of the left toe. Reach and lengthen that right quad into the tippy toes. Open up that left hand to the sky if that feels good. And let's pull the abdomen in. See if we can get a little more revolved here. And exhale, left hand down, standing split. Reach the right leg up. Squeeze the left quad up. And then reach back, big step, come into your plank. Take a vinyasa here. And we'll meet back in child's pose option, or if you would like to stay in your down dog, it's also an option. Come down to child's pose here. Taking a rest to re-ground, recenter. And then let's come forward onto our abdomen and take the strap, have it nearby. So bringing the hands underneath the forehead, lift the right leg up, lengthen out the top of the thigh, lift the left leg up, lengthen it out, pull toes to touch, knees lift, tuck the tailbone, and then inhale, Lift the head, bringing the hands by the waist, just gently placing your hands on the mat, but using most of the back to lift everything up. So Shavasana A here. And exhale, coming down. This time, let's take the strap, place it over the sacrum, and bring the hands on either side of the hips. And then lift the head, lift the shoulders, and raise the front of the chest as you lengthen the arms away. So pulling on the strap to the sides, lengthening the chest forward. You really start to feel this in the shoulder girdle. And exhale, coming down, place the cheek on the mat. Breathe softly, smoothly. And then this time we'll come more into a full locust pose. You can keep the strap and do the same thing again, or you can take thumbs in a clasp down the sacrum. And this time we'll inhale, lift the body, lift the feet, lift the back of the head. The whole entire back body lifts up. And then see if you can get lengthened from the tips of your toes to your collarbone and crown. Buffing out the kidneys. Let's take another breath here. And exhale down. Place another cheek on the mat or on your palms. Good. And then we'll make our way to Vinyasa bow pose. So if you like to use a strap for your bow, if you can't reach your feet, you can wrap the strap around the tops of your ankles and then flip the palms towards the ceiling and pull back. Or if you can reach, grab, we'll walk that through together. So from our Shavasana, inhale, reach the arms back by the hips, lift the feet off the ground, bend the knees, grab your strap or the outer ankles, and then press the shins away as you lift the chest, breathing into the abdomen. This constricts the breath, but it also expands the breath. You can point the toes or flex the feet, however feels good. Let's take another breath here. And exhale down slowly. Coming into restorative posture here. Let's take one more like that. Inhale, hands back by the hips. Roll the shoulders back, lift the feet, bend the knees, grab the tops of the feet or ankles, and then press the thighs, shins back as you tuck the tail, widen the sacrum, widen the chest, reach from the heart. Inhale, let's get a little higher. And then exhale, coming down. Good. Bring the hands by the waist, untuck the toes, and press into tabletop. and grab a blanket and have it folded the long way, just a half fold so that it's the length of your shins. And then bring the knees parallel, and then untuck the toes here. We'll make our way into camel pose. So, coming up, hips over knees. Let's bring the hands back into our imaginary jeans pockets, elbows back. Tuck the tail, and then before we even move backwards, ground down through the quads, engage the quads, really bring the squeeze into the quads, the glutes, into that lower posterior chain. And then from there, imagine someone's lifting you up by the front of your armpit. And then elbows in, let's start to move into a back bend here. Freeing up the heart, stabilizing the core. Expanding the breath here. And exhale, let's bend the knees, sitting back on our heels. So notice in that posture, when we really engage the quads and the glutes around the hips and really pull that tailbone in and down, it's almost like the back is effortlessly able to move. A lot of people try and get folks who are healing low back issues to really operate from their glutes to bring that power. So let's try this again with that in mind. So coming up, hips over heels. Let's bring our hands back to our jeans pockets. So you can feel that engagement of the glutes. Tucking the tail. Almost like we're going under a limbo stick. If you would like to bring the hands back to the heels, and you're ready for that, reaching one hand back and then the other, go ahead. Otherwise, if the first one was enough for you, then stay with it. Lift the side ribs like Mr. Monopoly Man, thumbs hook under armpits, and reach the crown of the head back. Tuck the chin slightly. Don't let the head just lollygag back. We want to lengthen from the heart to release the neck and head. So when the heart can lengthen and the quads and glutes are engaged, the upper body can be comfortable and not too strained or anything. Okay, squeeze the glutes, come back. Sit back on your heels. Take a breath here. Hands on the quads or at your heart. And then exhale, wrap your feet around, and you can move your blanket if you want. We're going to come to bridge pose here. So hips to heels. Knees are towards the ceiling. Roll the upper shoulder underneath, shoulder blades under the body. And then internal rotation of the quads. Inner quads go down. Press into those heels. Lift the hips, tuck the tail. And feel how this is lying supine, doing a camel pose in a different posture. I'm bringing my hands clasped underneath the sacrum, and then I'm lifting the side ribs here, rolling the shoulders under. How high can you go on an inhale? Exhale, lengthen the neck away from the shoulders, lift the hips. Exhale, slowly roll down. Windshield wiper the knees. Let's take another one like this. Pulling heels to hips, inhale, roll the tailbone up. I'm going to pin my hands underneath my heels. Inner thighs down, press the hips up. Weight is in the tops of the shoulders, not the neck. Quads are engaged. And then exhale, coming down. Rock it out, side to side. And then option here is to do what we just did one more time, or if you'd like to come into Urdhva Dhanurasana, we're pretty warmed up. So bringing the hips to the glutes again, and the thumbs to the ears, flip the palms, and then just like in Chaturanga, how we keep our elbows in, our back of the heart wide, press into the palms and the feet, and then roll to the top of the head. And then again, re-engage the arms, pulling the forearms parallel, lengthening the side ribs and the low back, wide sacrum, press into the hands and heels, coming up into your inverted bow. Take about 5 breaths here. Wide sacrum, wide heart, hollow out the armpits. Release the head and neck. When you're ready, bend the elbows, come to the top of the head, and then roll from the head down to the sacrum down. Okay. And from there, let's take a twist here before we do another forward bend. So bring the hips over to the right slightly. Just pick up the hips, place them to the right. And then bring the right knee on top of the left knee, maybe even tucking the right toes under the calf. And pull the knees in, hands out in a T, and just roll over onto your left side. Mindful that the right shoulder is going to want to come up, so pick up the shoulders and then place the left one a little bit further so that the right can descend some. And then create a long line in your mind's eye from the left hip to the right shoulder, looking over that right arm. Should release the hips, the waist, low back. Getting heavy in all the places that are touching the ground here. And gently inhale, the knees back up. Undo the twist, and then pull the hips and then place them over to the left side of the mat. Left knee on top of right knee, rolling over onto the right side. Maybe you tuck that left toe under the calf a second time. Arms out as you roll over to the side. Be sure that the right shoulder isn't coming up so much. So pick up the right shoulder, adjust the left, and look over that left arm. Neck crack there. And just release everywhere that the floor is touching. Let that be heavy and yield. Nice long diagonal lines here. Right hip to left shoulder. Another couple breaths here. Just really pulling everything in, noticing how we feel. And your next inhale. Exhale the knees up to center again. Uncross them. And then come to your side and roll up. And we'll come into a forward bend. Sitting up. Bring your strap with you. Or a towel if you need it. Roll the sitting bones flesh away from the bone. Press the quads straight so that you have almost the heels are lifted. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold here. I'm going to take my strap, place it around the ball of the foot. We just did a bunch of back bends, so this is a challenge to, don't expect to go right into it. So let's take some breaths here to adjust the spine, lengthen the chest, shoulders back, shoulder heads wrapping back to place upon the back body. Reach from the chest. Maybe walk your hands up the strap a little bit more, pressing the balls of the feet away, inseams of the legs down. See how far you can take this. Maybe you grab the hands to the outsides of the feet. If your knees are bent, maybe you bring the knees down a little bit more. But just follow the breath. Where can we bring a little more ease into the body? The perfect asana that's just meant for us right at this moment. It's meeting us, and we are meeting it. That nice forward fold. And you feel length in the low back. Still reaching from the chest. Even if our face is all the way to our shins, we still want to be reaching the front body forward. Breath here. And exhaling. Let's make our way to our Shavasana. So you can rock back onto your back, maybe take happy baby. If you need some support, you can roll your blanket under your knees or under your hamstrings to lay fully back. Relaxing the back body, the head and neck. Letting the backs of the eyes roll back into a hammock inside the skull. Relax the jaw, the neck, the heart, and the chest. Receiving the senses like the tide going into the ocean. The waves of the breath lapping on our shore. And that cascade out the fingers and toes. Becoming full and empty. The paradoxes of life. Filling what is empty and emptying what is full. Breathing like this for another few minutes. Sign off and say namaste. And I'll see you next